I just had this really weird, off-the-cuff, mischievous sort of idea. Back when I was a young teenager, actually these videos were probably really old even then, there was this series of YouTube videos that were, my friends and I used to watch them obsessively, repeatedly. And it was called Tourettes Guy. And this guy, I think he was referred to as Danny in one of the videos. He's this fat, middle-aged man. I think the whole thing is faked. But it's this guy that pretends he has Tourette's. And he does all sorts of weird outbursts that were hilariously funny to a young teenager. And outbursts, basically just a lot of verbal outbursts. They were really weird. And I was just thinking about this recently, and I came to a very interesting idea. How about a circumcision Tourette's guy? How about instead of uttering curse words or sexual innuendo, how about somebody goes out in public, maybe while being recorded, and spazzes out talking about infant circumcision and foreskin? I mean, the way Tourette's works is these parts of your brain that are responsible for suppressing specifically taboo thoughts and filtering them, that you don't say them out loud or act on them or do weird, crazy, off the cuff things. These mental filters don't work on these people, and they say things that are sort of socially inappropriate given the situation. And in the circumcised United States of America, what can be more socially inappropriate than talking about circumcision and foreskin in a public area? So, go out in public where there's people around and just, start spazzing out. Circumcision! Circumcision! Infant circumcision! Infant circumcision is child rape! Foreskin! Stuff like that. I mean, and you can even, you can say, oh, I'm sorry, people, I have Tourette's, I can't help it. Oh, I'm so sorry, I can't help it. And it's interesting because if you go out there as an intactivist, people aren't going to like you. They're going to pin all their anger on you, the intactivist, just by virtue, I guess, of the fact that you have the agency to be getting up and talking about circumcision. Whereas if you're out there and you say, oh, I'm sorry, I have Tourette's, I can't help it. It's sort of like, they can't hate you. They're just left with this circumcision on their minds. They don't have anybody to hate. You know what I mean? People like to hate on the intactivists. They like to look at them as a defective person. Claim ulterior motives, this, that, the other. But you can't do that if you claim, you have Tourette's. Just a thought, folks. Tell me what you think. Infant circumcision is child rape. Foreskin. I'm sorry, folks. I have Tourette's. I can't help it. Bye-bye.